Enter the wolf time.
Hello everybody and welcome to Enter the Wolf Time once again. Today we're going to be resuming our journey through the Space Wolf Codex. Now it's been quite a while since we looked at anything Space Wolfish, so let's take a look. The last episode, I think we were looking at Fenris Wolves or something like that. It's been a while so I can't quite remember. I suppose I could just go backwards through my videos and have a look, but to be frank, I can't be bothered and my laptop isn't on. So, let's have a look at what we have. In fact, I can probably tell you what we did before from here. Just for my memory's sake of things. Yes, it was Fenris Wolves. Hey, I was right, I shouldn't have doubted myself. Right, so yeah, today we're going to be looking at Fangs, which is one of my favourite units. Now, I say that about a lot of stuff because, quite frankly, I love these guys. I love the Space Wolves. I think they're one of the fluffiest, bestest armies in the entire 40k. The fact that their codex got redone last year is just mind-blowing. Now, the Fangs, give you a bit of background on them. They are the oldest warriors in the Space Wolf army, obviously aside from dreadnoughts and stuff like that. They have had the most experience. Their fangs are long, hence the name, and they specialise in heavy weapons, and they're a bit more tactical, because they've seen their fair share of battles and stuff like that. The cool thing about Fangs is that it's just like a normal Devastator squad, with a few massive twists. Now, a normal Devastator squad can have 4 heavy weapons. However, our Fang squads can have 5 heavy weapons, which is pretty sick. They can also have a pack leader, which can have a melter gun or a plasma gun or something like that. Maybe not a plasma gun, because you want your pack leaders to live. They also have this really cool ability called Split Fire, or Dedicate Fire or something, which means that instead of shooting at one target, they can shoot at 2 separate ones. You obviously have to tell your opponent which units they're going to be shooting at before you obviously fire. They can also be led by a pack leader. Now, what I like to do with my pack leaders, I like to have a I can't even speak today. I like to have a Wolf Guard with a Cyclone missile launcher in there, because it just gives them an extra punch. Also, whereas most Devastator squads suck in close combat, our guys don't. You get into combat with our guys, and we fight back, because that's what Space Wolves do, because we're that awesome! Okay, so without further ado, let's take a look at my Fangs.
Okay, the first Fang squad we have are my last cannon Fangs. These guys were made way back in 3rd edition when we could only have 4, and as of late I've been proxying stuff to make them 5-man Devastator squads, well, 5-man Fang squads, because I can. Now, these guys, not really that much conversion work. They're made out of the new-ish plastic Devastator squad. They've got a few, obviously, Space Wolf markings. The last cannon guys don't have an awful lot of conversion on them, to be fair, apart from a couple, a little bit of wolf pelt sculpted here and there, and maybe like an old Space Wolf helmet. Now, I left the helmets on these guys because I would imagine that their helmets would have some kind of some kind of other targeting system, rather than the Space Wolves relying on literally what they can see with their naked eyes. With this squad, there is also the pack leader. He's not even in shot. Let's move these guys back. Here he is. Now, the pack leader, I quite like this guy because he's kind of like, kneeling down on one knee. Again, he's made out of the Devastator commander or whatever it is. He's like, hold! Fire! With his little auspex in his hand there. His hair is sculpted with green stuff, although his face does look rather burnt. That's because this was before the ink washes were available that dry matte, so I had to use chestnut ink, which dries gloss. Nice little bit of detailing on his auspex there. He's got a bit, the display's got a bit of shine on it. He's got a bit of a rune there. Now, this rune, I've said before, is the rune of ultimate protection that my good friend Dan uses because he's all into Viking mythology and stuff, and he made that rune himself. And I don't know, there might be some magic in it or something like that, because these Fangs are quite tough and they don't really die that easily. Okay, let's move on to my next Fang squad. This squad scares quite a lot of people. This squad consists of 4 or 5 rocket launchers. Now, you can either fire a crack or a frag shell with these guys, and they can be quite scary, especially if you've got 5 Fangs with rockets, with a pack leader with a plasma gun or a melter gun, and then you have a Wolf Guard pack leader with a cyclone missile launcher. That's 7 crack or frag shots per turn, and it really does put the shits up the like of Eldar and Orcs, anything with light vehicles, because you can just be like, oh yeah, you see your fire prism over there? Yep, that's going to be 7 crack missiles shot right at it. Kaboom! See you in a bit, mate. See you in a bit. Okay, the pack leader from this guy, this was the first pack leader I converted. Bits of chaos over here, actually. Again, he's got his Auspect, he's got his hand outstretched, he's like, hold! Fire! He's got a Katachan machete thing there. I don't know why I put that on there, I thought it looked pretty cool. These long fangs, these, I didn't actually buy these. I got these off one of my good friends, Mr. Duncan, because he was getting rid of them and he just gave them me for free. Now, to obviously convert them up, I have obviously added little runes and stuff. I've got some wolf pelt coming out of their greaves, or boots, or whatever you want to call them. Again, the same with this. Well, this guy's got a wolf pelt down here. This guy isn't really converted at all. He's got his little rune there. And this guy, oh, I forgot I did that. He's got a little furry loincloth going on, which is quite cool. Now, the Longfangs, I gotta say, they're probably one of the most versatile units, and I do rely on them quite heavily. The stuff that you can pull off with them is just amazing. And obviously you can jump them around. I mean, I personally like to have a Longfang squad, or rockets, a Longfang squad, or las cannons. What other people like to do, they like to have, obviously, they sometimes like to have, say, 4 las cannons, and then 4 missile launchers, and then the last cannon, just to add that little extra punch, because they can go, right, okay, there's something over there that really needs taken out, so they can shoot, and I'll shoot two cracks and a last cannon shot at him. And they're just amazing. They really are very, very versatile, very, very tactical. It's almost always a good idea to have them in some kind of cover when you set up, because they don't get a cover save, and, you know, they're just going to die straight away, because your opponent will see them and go, oh, shit. We've got Longfangs here, they're going to be pummeling us. You can also give these guys a Razorback, so say for example you have 5 last cannon Longfangs, you give them a last cannon Razorback, giving them 6 last cannon shots with 1 reroll, because obviously the last cannon on a Razorback is twin linked, so that can be quite deadly as well. Yeah, they're a pretty devastating unit. I love these guys, and my opponents fear them. They fear them a lot. That's really it. Oh no, there isn't. There's one more thing. I actually have another squad of Longfangs, but they have gone AWOL. They were the first Longfangs I had. They were made with heavy bolters, the Chaos heavy bolters, the ones that I held like in 2 hands around, but the one that I held outstretched with the ammo feed coming down underneath and like trailing off, because it just looks a bit more Space Wolfy. They look a bit more portable rather than the ones that have the big dock-off backpack on. They were in the phase where I went through a heavy bolter mayhem phase. That was when we could have the Lehman Russ Exterminator. And it was, I just like have a wall of heavy bolters, I'd have a Razorback with heavy bolters, have my oh fuck, I really can't speak today, guys, I don't know what's up. I'd have my Lehman Russ Exterminator with all heavy bolters and autocans, and it was just like a wall of heavy bolted death, which is quite cool. But obviously you can't really do that now in the new 5th edition or in the new Spatial Codex, so that got put to rest. But anyway, they've gone AWOL. Oh yeah, one more thing. You guys all remember the Wolf and Beast that I did, which is this guy? Well, I've decided what I'm actually going to be using him for now. I'm going to be using him as a Wolf Lord on Thunderwolf mounts, but obviously his base is a bit too small. So what I did, I put a tiny neodymium magnet under there, and I got a Dreadnought base with a penny. There she is. There's the Queen. Well done, Queenie. So literally, oh balls, dropped it. So literally, what I can do, I can just go, yep. Clip, and there we go. We have a Thunderwolf Cavalry, which is quite cool. I've obviously not got a chance to texture in the base and stuff, but it will be textured up to here, so it just sits in it and looks like it's just on its base. To actually do that, I had to clip all these and shave all these little holes off because the penny wouldn't fit around them. Okay, guys, that is actually it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Enter the Wolf Time. So, yeah, have a good one, guys. Love you.